Hi, Dawn Lewis here. Welcome back to YouTube 2020, and I have something so exciting to share with you. This stamp set. It is called It's a Date, and this is a collab between Plum Mashable and myself, and I'm very excited to be launching it today. I thought I'd just run through and talk you through a few things that I've done with this set. You can check out Plum Mashable's YouTube channel. She is showing some fantastic ways and how this stamps out in planners, but I wanted to show you today some ways that you can craft with this planner set. So one of the things that I made was a little tag. It could be a journal spot, it could go on a card, it could be an invitation. I'm using some Distress Oxide ink in Candied Apple just to go around some white cardstock and very lightly around some pattern paper. Yes, I am still working through my pile of scraps. What I'm doing is taking some of the dates. So I'm using the number 2. There are 2 2s and 2 1s. So if you want to stamp dates, you can do that together. But I like to have them a little bit closer together, so I stamp them individually. I'm also putting down a month, and then I'm going to use the numbers to put down the year, which is 2020. So I love this date because in a couple of years' time, it'll be the 22nd of the 2nd, 22, and that will be a Tuesday. Lots of numbers there. I also dug into my embellishment stash. One of my goals this year is to really work my way through my embellishment tubs and use some of them. So I've pulled some paper flowers and a brad, and I've just made a little hole with a paper piercing tool so that I can embellish it. So this is like making a little cluster of embellishments. So, if you've got tons of embellishments, use a little flag of ribbon, use up those dots, use your little liquid pearls, use your brads, use your eyelets, all of these things that you've got, use them and create these cute little embellishment clusters. I used some Nuvo Crystal Clear drops by Tonic. This is the Morning Dew, so it is crystal clear. And I've got this cute little spot. Now, this one I'm not showing you how I made it, but I will walk through it. This is a birthday card I made for one of my very best friends. And what I did was I've stamped out all of the months of the year, but I've highlighted January by stamping it in green. I've stamped out the numbers 1 through 11, and I've highlighted the number 11 in green. Same with days of the week, highlighting Saturday by stamping it in green. Now, I just did this with an acrylic block, just moving down, and I did line it up in my Misty. That's why you can see my Misty there on my desk. I stamped out a happy birthday with an old Stampin' Up set, and I offset it. So I stamped it in black and I offset it. I moved it a little, stamped it in green, and I've coloured an image from the Cake and Candle set by Darcy's Heart and Home to add there. So it's custom made because her birthday's Saturday, the 11th of January this year. Now you can also create some tags. This is a little tag that will probably end up going on a card, possibly into a scrapbooking album, or maybe I will just write a message on the back and send it to someone who I think is amazing. And what I've done for this card, and I started it way far down the screen, I apologize for stamping off camera, so I've sped it up a little bit. I'm taking the check boxes in the circles and I've stamped them diagonally across so that it creates a custom background. Now, I did do a little misstamp, but you know what? This is just a quick fun project and it's working for me. Now, I dug through all of my pre-colored images and I played with a few. This was the one I ended up going with. I thought it was really cute, but look how cute those little village shops are. It all works. This would have been great with mermaids, except I didn't have any colored. So digging around in my scraps again, I just found some pattern paper, added a little strip, circles to mirror the circles I stamped, trimmed off the excess, and I went with the You're Amazing. Can't for the life of me remember which stamp set that comes from. I'm very sorry about that. But I do know that the bunny is from Butterfly Kisses by Lawn Fawn. So I remember that. I coloured heaps of those bunnies. They were quick and easy to colour and I love them. And instead of putting a little ribbon or anything on the top, I used another piece of the pattern paper and it worked out well. Now for here, I've got 3 little really basic tags. This is something you could use as a gift tag, as a little tag you keep in your planner, a bookmark. And for the first one, I'm stamping January up the top because let's face it, it's January, New Year, and one of my favorite things to do is make to-do list. It helps me stay on track. I'm planning a big trip overseas, and so I've got a lot of stuff to do. To be fair, this list is probably too small, but I will use it in my last couple of days. And I've just used Wild Honey Distress Oxide ink. It stamps so beautifully, the Distress Oxide, because it has that pigment property to create the to-do up the top. And for this one, I know I have a birthday coming up while I'm away, so I've stamped 13th because we have the THRDST ND so that you can do those kinds of stampings. I'm masking off a stamp from You're a Scream by Kindred Stamps so that I've got the word birthday. So this tag is for my nephew's 13th birthday because he's turning 13 while I'm going to be away. I also thought it would be fun to use the square check boxes as a border on this tag, and I really love how it came out. Now these check boxes are shaded, the circles and the squares. So they've got a little heavier shading on one side. So I've kept the shading to the outside and I've cleaned this stamp really, really well. So you see here I'm stamping it off on my scrap paper in the background. I want to make sure that when I stamp this, it's not going to leave kind of dirty marks anywhere on here. I failed at that in the last one, but that's okay. I was able to clean that up. But we have here a great extra thing. So this is my countdown. This is my days to go. When I made this, I was counting down 14 days till my trip. So this is my bookmark at the moment, and it gives me a little days to go, and I can cross the days off and be very excited. So when stamping numbers like this, what I like to do is have a couple of blocks on the go. I'm using a regular block, and this is a rocker block by Crafter's Companion. I'm going to do more videos featuring these. I love the rocker blocks, but I'll have some numbers at one end of my acrylic block and other numbers at the other end. I've also done some selective stamping to put the word go because it will be go day. Inking really, really lightly around the edges with Seedless Preserves Distress Oxide ink. And this is just a super quick little project, and here are all of my projects together. This is It's a Date stamp set. It is available now at dawnlewis.com.au exclusively because I made it in conjunction with the lovely Ashley from Plum Mashable. Remember, check her video out down below, and you've got months of the year, days of the week, numbers 0 through 9, 2 2s, 2 1s, also to do and days to go, square checkbox, circle checkbox. Yes, I regret not putting in another checkbox. I didn't think it'd fit, but now I think it would. But it's too late and life will go on. This is a 4x4 set. It has 39 stamps in it. It's great for planners. It's great for craft. You can really get a lot out of it, and I'm so excited to be bringing my very first ever stamp set that I've made to you, and you can find a link to it in the shop down below. So if you do have any questions, please send me a message. Let me know if you are looking forward to this gorgeous typeset font. Let's have a great 2020 packed with lots of craft. And as always, I do hope that you have a very crafty day, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.